Hi everyone, it's Janis here. 70% of population are busy or very busy. 50% are more busier than they were a year before. 90% of the people wish they had more time to spend with their friends and family. How about you? Do you feel busy and getting even more busier? Do you feel that you spend enough time on most important things in your life? If you're busy, think about this. You can't be busy without spending your time somewhere, right? So the question is, where do you spend your time? And if you don't know, how can you find out? The answer is time tracking. Simple yet effective strategy to discover where your time goes and why you're so busy every day. All you need is a pen and paper, and then you simply record all your activities throughout the day with the starting time and finishing time. It could look like this: 5 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. gym, 6:30 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. dinner, 7:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. work on app development, and 9 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. reading. I also like to add time taken in the brackets after each activity. So for this example, it would be gym 90 minutes, dinner 60 minutes, app development 90 minutes, and reading 30 minutes. This helps me to analyze the data quicker at the end of the day when I review my time log. Time tracking might seem like another thing to do, considering that you need time to do it. But the time you invest in tracking your time will outweigh the benefits you'll get from it. So I want to focus on providing you with 5 benefits of time tracking that will make you want to start time tracking today. Number 1, it builds structure and foundation. When you track your time, you're building a track record of actions that you've been taking, and it gives you an insight of what's happening in your life. When you review your daily activities, it gives you ability to make adjustments to your plans. I personally like to review activities that I've tracked every evening while my memory is fresh, and I also know how I felt about doing particular activity. I used to check my inbox first thing in the morning, and it absolutely destroyed my day. I would wake up, go to restroom, sit down at my laptop, and check my emails. Of course, there would be questions from my team and my clients, so I would add them all to my to-do list. By the time I was done going through my emails, I would be overwhelmed and unmotivated to do anything. I was able to identify this pattern and change things around, so I decided not to check my email until I've done my most important tasks. Usually, this is around 11 a.m. when I check my email. And guess what? Nothing bad is happening if you check your email at midday. Team and clients can wait a couple of hours, and if there are any urgent queries, then I can deal with them instantly. I can assure you that when you start tracking your time, you will start to identify patterns and you will be able to adjust accordingly. Who knows? Maybe your most productive time is afternoons and you should plan your most important tasks around that time. Knowing where you spend your time every day will give you more clarity about things that you should be doing more to achieve your goals. And it starts with building daily structure that works for you. Number 2, you will realize how long time actually things take. Now, this is a big eye-opener for most of the people who start time tracking, and this goes both ways. It's not just that you underestimate how long activity will take, but you probably have a tendency to overestimate other things. So let's have a look at some examples. Let's say you're doing some client work and you need to provide a client with a quote. You probably know how much you charge per hour, so let's say $30. Then you have to figure out how much time it will take you to complete the job. And because people like to underestimate the work required, you decide to go with 10 hours. So you submit the quote for $300. Of course, when it comes to the actual work, you quickly realize that there are more things to be done. And 10 hours by the end of the project have turned into 20 hours, changing your hourly rate from $30 to $15 per hour. I would like to say that this isn't me, but I can't, as this has happened to me multiple times. Well, lesson learned. Let's also look at some things that people overestimate, and that is usually the things they should be doing more, like learning, working out, and educating themselves. As humans, we have a tendency to think this way. Don't ask me why. I would like to think that I work out a lot, but when I look at my time tracker, it is 5 sessions by 90 minutes. That's 7.5 hours from 168-hour week. That is not a lot. By tracking your time, you will be able to better see how much time you actually spend on particular activity. This in turn will help you to make better future time estimations when it comes to planning similar activities. Number 3. You will become more accountable. I track my time daily. I don't have to, but I do it. I wouldn't do it if I wouldn't have a benefit of doing it. And one of those benefits is that my time log keeps me accountable. It mostly comes from the actual fact that I'm making a physical record of my actions. It's like a commitment that I'm making to myself. When you arrange gym session with your friend, it's harder not to go to gym even if you feel unmotivated, because you made a commitment and agreed in advance, so you're more likely to go anyway. I also feel that I have to do the thing that I wrote down because I know that I will review my daily log in the evening, and I don't want to be making excuses to myself of why I couldn't stay focused and get a task done. Number 4, you will start to value your time more. When you track your time, you will see how you spend or invest your time. You know, it's not a great feeling to look at the time log and realize that you've spent 3 hours browsing social media. But if you track your time, at least you know it, and that is the first step of making a change. While tracking time and seeing what is happening, you'll start to value your time more and focus it towards the activities that will help you to achieve your goals. Spend less time on time-wasting activities that doesn't help you and more time on activities that help you grow. Number 5, it forces you to single task instead of multitask. Everybody knows that multitasking is not good for your productivity, but your brain doesn't want to agree with that, and it sends you a good dose of satisfaction when you give it a feeling that you're doing multiple things at the same time. Here is how time tracking can come to rescue. See, when you start tracking your activities, you write down starting time and activity, and this gets registered in your brain. Let's say I write 10 a.m. write blog post. This simple action really keeps me accountable. I've noticed many times if I start doing something else, the thought would kick in. I should be writing a blog post now, and that makes me go back to original activity. Once I've completed the blog post, I'll write finishing time and the next activity with the starting time. If you prefer using digital time tracker, then feel free to check out my time tracking app that I'm developing at the moment. It is totally free for all users without any paid features. So start your time tracking journey today and discover where your time goes and how to invest in the things that move you closer to your goals. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free, so press here to check it out right now. I'm working on new videos every day, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode.